Hello there, it's Mike with the Claim Squad Public Adjusters, and today I'm going to give you 10 secrets that homeowners insurance companies do not want you to know. So in making this video, I really had to be cautious about how I phrase things so that the insurance company and maybe some of the representatives that see this wouldn't be too offended. I don't want to say I was being politically correct, but I had to soften my language. Let's get right into it because I want to go through. This is in no particular order. But these are some things people that have been on the inside of insurance companies before, like myself, have identified, looked at as troubling, and the general public has no idea about. So let me go with number one. They are taught to write low estimates. So without going into too much detail, when you start as a claim adjuster, first, a lot of times you may start in the auto department. If you're in property and casualty, they'll start you out with small homeowners claims, and then you go out with a field adjuster, although those times are pretty much non-existent because they use outside independent field adjusters. But even so, whether it's an independent field adjuster or an insurance company's own adjuster, they teach them how to write low estimates. You're taught from people that have been doing it a while in that company what to do, what not to take in consideration, and it's all to make sure that the estimate is kept low. Why? Because they want you to go away. Then they know over 95% of people, when their claims either denied or underpaid, they don't do anything. That's a huge stat, 95%. So just think about it. There's an incentive for them to either deny your claim or write a low estimate. Number two, now I'll quickly try to define reserves in layman's terms. So an insurance company adjuster and or the manager and or both puts on every new claim a reserve. What's a reserve? Essentially what they think they will have to pay for a claim. So they may know very little, but they have to put a reserve on your claim. Why do they have to put a reserve? Well, in a lot of states it's mandated that they have to have enough reserves on hand that they can pay all the claims. So one thing they don't want you to know when it comes to reserves is that in 90% of the claims they put ultra low reserves on claims. Why? Because then it's kept underneath the threshold, and then they have an excuse as to why they can't pay your claim more than what they've put on a reserve. Let me give you a prime example. So let's say that you have a water damage claim and they note that you state there's only a small amount of water damage in the bathroom. They may put the reserves at $5,000. You may send in an estimate for repair of $13,000, but guess what? They have a $5,000 reserve. They're not going to surpass that. That could include any water mitigation you had and anything else. So you're going to be, and it's going to be a point of emphasis back to number one, that they keep your estimate low because they have this low reserve. So again, number two, they put low reserves on purpose. Number three, back to what we said in number one. So they train managers and adjusters how to pay claims for small amounts. Now there's various ways they do it, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory with number three. Number four, they hire experts, both mostly for roof and water damage claims, such as engineers or plumbers, okay, hoping that that engineer report will discourage you from fighting your claim. More often than not, if they're bringing an engineer for your roof claim, if they're bringing an engineer or plumber for your water damage claim, your claim will get denied, and they're hoping With that expert, you feel helpless as if nothing can be done. That couldn't be the farthest thing from the truth. As a matter of fact, I love when they hire their quote unquote experts. It's great. Number 5, they take recorded statements hoping that you'll be honest. Well, that's right. And you probably said, well, what's wrong with being honest? That's what they want. Because in some conditions, your honesty is going to cost yourself the claim. Should you lie? I'm not saying you should lie, but there's ways to phrase things properly. So, I've said this on previous claims and I'll say it, or previous videos, and I'll say it again. When you have a roof damage claim and you have hard rain, and that hard rain, especially here in Florida, causes your roof to have a leak and then you have damage inside. Call the insurance company, make a claim. There was this big storm the other day, huge amount of rain, and I had a leak come inside the home. So then the adjuster calls you, hey, we need to take a recorded statement. You do the recorded statement, you tell them that same thing. Well, guess what? They're going to deny your claim because rain damage isn't necessarily covered. You've got to have it from wind. Another thing with water damage, they may ask you, let's say you had a line underneath your sink that caused water damage, it broke. And you didn't know, but it had been going on for a while. Slow leak, all right? So in the policy, in almost every homeowner's policy, it says that repeated or constant leakage or seepage is not covered. So they're going to try and say, oh, what happened? You tell them, well, I just realized this leak and it looked like it's been there for a while. You're thinking you're covered by this. It's your homeowner's insurance. Well, your honesty has just cost you. I always try to tell people with water damage claims, use something like just happened. It's spontaneous. It abruptly happened. You use things that are in the current, not the past, you'll be okay. Okay. Let's see. Number 6, the inspection by the field adjuster and or the company adjuster is actually done, sure, to check out the damages, but it's also done to try and trick you into talking with them, and they would act like they're your friend, and they're really just trying to get a little bit more information. Make sure that everything's on the up and up. Make sure that, okay, how did this damage happen? See if there's something they can get, and then they'll use that against you to deny your claim or underpay your claim. Number 7, the independent field adjuster. Now over 90% of insurance companies do not even have their own field adjuster. They're using independent guys. But remember, these independent field adjusters are not your friend. They work for the insurance company. They owe it to the insurance company to screw you by low estimates or saying there's no damage on your roof, or the water damage is not something that's covered because it looks like it's been there for a while because we see mold. They're not your friend. They're not independent. They're getting paid by the insurance company. If they want to continue working for that insurance company, they've got to abide by what the insurance company tells them to do. They've got to write low estimates. They've got to tell the insurance company, no, you should deny this claim. They're not your friend. They're not there to help you either. So the term independent, it's a bunch of crap. Number 8, the insurance company trains people who are just supposed to be, let's say, claim customer service representative people. So when you call your claim, you talk to somebody, they take the information. Well, a lot of times they train these people based on the type of claim to say that there's no coverage. A perfect example is cast iron pipe. If you call it in, say, I've got a cast iron pipe leak, water overflowing in my bathroom. Once they hear cast iron pipe, they automatically tell you, well, you know what, Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner, unfortunately, Bloomberg Insurance Company here, we don't cover cast iron pipe, so we can't help you. Well, that's not entirely true, but they do train these people We're just supposed to take your claim and the information about the claim to deny it, or tell you there's no coverage, or tell you it's we won't be able to help you. They do this. Number 9, sometimes claim adjusters in office, what they call desk adjusters. They don't necessarily go out into the field. All right. They have contests between each other on a weekly or monthly basis who can deny the most claims. Does management know about it? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they did and they condoned it and are okay with it. But they do have these type of contests that makes me sick to my stomach and ticked off. And then finally, again, this is in no particular order, the biggest secret, one of the biggest secrets, but I'm not sure if it actually is a secret. But to many people who don't go through these claims on an everyday basis, it could be the biggest secret. Number 10, they always, let me repeat that again, key word, always want to delay paying your claim. This isn't a difficult process. It could literally take the insurance company 7 to 14 days to make a decision. In Florida, there's a state statute saying insurance companies, so it's a Florida statute, Florida law, saying they have to, within 90 days, either deny your claim or pay your claim. Now, to satisfy the payment, they can pay you $1. They can pay you $5, they can pay you $100, they can pay you $5,000. All right? They don't necessarily have to pay your full value of your claim. 90 days. And so, if you're representing yourself, there's a good chance it's going to go beyond those 90 days if they think they owe you something, even a little bit. If a lot of companies, even if they know they're going to deny you, will exhaust that full 90 day. If you're fortunate, of course, nobody wants to be fortunate with having a denied claim, but some companies will deny it right away, knowing, again, back to that 95%, from what I mentioned in the earlier numbers, 95% of people do not pursue their claim when it's been denied or underpaid. So keeping those figures in mind, they have no problem denying the claim earlier because they know more than likely you're not going to pursue it further. So this was a quick 10 secrets that a lot of these Florida homeowners insurance companies do not want you to know. I'm Mike with the Claim Squad Public Adjusters. If you need to get a hold of me, if you have any type of issue with a property damage claim and your insurance company is giving you a hard time, call me. You can call me direct, 754-252-5438. The website is theclaimsquad.com. My email, theclaimsquad@gmail.com. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.